Hello, this is JD from JDGamingPR, and welcome back to another update on the situation of Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria. I'm staring around because I'm at work. I'm the parking lot, and I don't know if there's any co-workers that can hear me. And most of them know that I talk in English, but they don't know that I have a YouTube channel that I'm doing all these videos. There's a lot of stuff to talk about right now. I don't think that in the end I'm gonna post any pictures. I don't think so, not on this one, because my girlfriend took some other pictures, but it was like, I don't know, like a week ago, and I don't know if to show them. So maybe in this video there's not gonna be any pictures in the end, or maybe there will, I don't know. But anyways, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Today is October 20th, 2017. It is exactly 1 month after the Hurricane Maria hit. Right now, I think it's like 10:36 a.m. At this moment, when Hurricane Maria came at these hours, I think it was only raining, maybe a few gusts of winds. But the worst part was over. At least at 10:30 something a.m. the worst part was over, and we were waiting for the gust of winds to stop and the rain to stop a little bit. Around 1 p.m. maybe 2, 3, that's when I actually got out of my home and went exploring to check how things were and see the horrible things that the hurricane did. Anyways, the military is here. I heard that the military was gonna arrive to Puerto Rico to replace the policemen, because the policemen were doing the traffic on every traffic stop, or the traffic light. On every traffic light, there's like 2 policemen doing traffic, and I heard that they were so tired that they ordered the military to replace them, but that's not the case. The police are still doing the traffic lights, doing traffic in the traffic lights. The military came here to help to bring supplies. We are receiving supplies. I'm talking about my hometown. I'm not talking about San Juan or Caguas or any other place in Puerto Rico. I'm talking about Humacao only, because I haven't checked the other places, just to be honest. But we are receiving supplies, we're receiving water, we're receiving food, canned food, we're receiving the military food, we received it too. In different places, maybe parks, maybe, basketball courts. We've been receiving, or I've heard of, that military were doing deliveries of food and supplies like water and all that stuff. But in different places of Humacao, and Las Piedras. That's the next town. What else? I've heard that the military, or I don't know if it's the government itself, they've been delivering supplies through each home, like a bag of food, like canned foods, like canned beans, corned beef, luncheon meat, salchichas, that's like little sausages. I don't know what other, bottled water. They've been delivering it house through house, but that's like really rare. Also, the military have been doing, like, I'm not sure if it's delivering supplies or sending the sick to some places, because every day there's 1, 2, up to 3 helicopters flying around all Humacao. There's not even one day that you cannot see a helicopter flying very low in Humacao. Alright, the stories that I heard is that Humacao has, I think it's like 3 hospitals. It has IMA, that is in the center of town. Sorry, there's battery low. CDT, that's in Humacao also, in town, I think. And Ryder, that is in the center of town too. Those 3 hospitals, they were working. I think that IMA is still working. I heard that CDT has closed down. I don't know why. And Ryder, I heard that it closed down because there was a bacteria that spread through the hospital, and they had to close it down. The thing is that all the patients I don't know where they sent it. Maybe they sent it on Centro Médico. That's a hospital, a big hospital in Caguas. I'm not sure if it's working properly. But I did pass through there like 1 week and a half ago, maybe. And I saw some movement. I'm not sure if they're working properly there. But I know that where I work, right behind me, I'm gonna move the cell phone a little bit, thank you. Right behind me, there's a coliseum in Macau. They transformed that. I heard the first days it was like a shelter for sick people, maybe people with impediment, but I'm not sure. But right now they transform it into a hospital. The military transform it into a hospital that is for emergencies only. I know that it's only for emergencies because a co-worker of mine was feeling sick and she went there to have a checkup, and they told her that it was only for emergencies, but they were going to attend her either way. Because a lot of doctors, they're not in their offices. Some of their offices, maybe they lost everything, or they're needed in hospitals. So like our primary doctors, not all of them are working in their offices. We have to look for them on hospitals. What else? There's a lot of stuff. Water, it comes and goes, as a water service, it comes and goes. Walmart, I heard that Walmart in Macau is completely destroyed. It's super destroyed. We don't even know if it's gonna reopen some day soon. Well, not soon, but maybe in a couple of months. We don't even know. I even heard that they're not going to rebuild that Walmart. They're gonna do a new Walmart in another place in Macau. But I'm not sure. There's only stories. There's only gossip. What else? Sam's. I think the Sam's is working. Sam's is working, but I heard that it's only for store owners. It's not even for regular customers. Walgreens in Macau is still closed, and it's been a month. Supermarkets are working a little bit more properly. Where I work is working a little bit properly. I have more work hours now. I think I'm working like 30 hours. I used to work 40 hours, but something is something. The lines for the supermarkets have died down a little bit. The lines for the gas have died down. I think that the martial law is still at 12 a.m. through 5 a.m. Because it used to be at 7 and then at 8, and then I think they changed it to 12. What else? There's so many things that have happened. I heard a lot of stories and some news that the government, they were stealing the supplies from the people in need. They were stealing water, they were stealing the food, they were stealing everything. I even heard that, I don't know if you heard of him, but Don Omar, that's let's say a urban singer or reggaeton singer. I heard that he was going to deliver like a lot of food to Puerto Rico personally, and the food that he was going to deliver was confiscated by the government. Some governments are working properly. They're working great. They're fixing everything. They're helping people. They're sending supplies. But some other governments, they're actually stealing. Another government, I heard that they were selling it. I'm not even sure. Giving it away to their families, but not to the people, not to town. I heard that some mayor, I don't know from what town, he took the generator, the backup generator for, I think it was for a hospital. He took it out to put it on a friend's restaurant, and he said that the restaurant was from the government. That's what I heard. I'm not even sure, and he's being charged for it. I heard that another mayor, he took a lot of supplies that got wet. It came in boxes, and they got wet. But it was military food that is sealed. It was bottled water that is sealed, and a lot of stuff that is sealed, and he threw it away because it didn't work. It was damaged due to water, and he threw it away. I think it was like 2 containers of trash filled with food and water, and he threw it away because the boxes got wet. He's being charged too. That's what I heard. Remember, that's gossip, that's stories. I'm not even sure. What else? There's so much stuff. Ice is still hard to find. Water is a little bit, bottled water is a little bit easier to find now. Gas is easier to find now. Fast food restaurants, there's more open. But, for example, in Humacao, Wendy's, KFC, I think Subway and McDonald's, I think they're still closed, but we still have churches and Burger King. You know, it's options to eat. And also Chinese restaurants, all of them are open. Oh my God, they are immortal. What else? We still have traffic jams right now. Where I work, there's a traffic jam to get in the supermarket. There's traffic jams to go to the ATMs or the banks. What else? Oh yeah, pizza places. Pizza Hut, I think, is closed. It was destroyed, I think. But Papa John's is open. What else? What else? Well, there's a lot of military around. I see them at work. I talked to one of them. Nothing personal, nothing about the rescues or anything. Supplies. She just wanted meat. That's it. What else? What else? I heard stories that people got arrested when the martial law was in. The people were waiting in line like 24 hours, almost, let's say 12 hours, waiting in line for gas. And when I think it was the martial law at 7 or 8 p.m., I'm not even sure. Some guy was waiting in line. A policeman said, "Hey, you have to move. You cannot stay here." And he said, "Well, I'm waiting for gas for tomorrow," and he got arrested. That's what I heard. Again, it's gossip and stories. What else? Oh yeah, there's one thing that all right. I've talked about Punta Santiago so many times. Punta Santiago is a place that is really destroyed. I heard that they wrote on the streets, SOS, we're starving, I think it was, or we need food and water. It was something like that. They wrote it on the street for the helicopters. When the helicopters saw it, I don't know if it was informed to the governor of Puerto Rico. Have I seen governor of each town? Is mayors, just in case, because we have one governor and many mayors. All right, well, the governor of Puerto Rico saw it and he went personally there and he sent food and water. That's what I've heard. It's not confirmed, I didn't see it, but that's what I've heard. Because since that happened, I think it was another place that they did the same thing, that they were blocked or something, and they wrote SOS, we need food and water, and they came down. Now, the thing that I found a little bit ridiculous is that, for example, where I used to live, close to where I live, where I lived most of my life, Mabu, they did the same thing. They wrote on the street, SOS, Puerto Rico, something, and they're asking for help. There's a store nearby. There's a supermarket nearby. The roads are not blocked. They actually freed the roads from all the posts that were on the floor. There's another place, I'm not even sure, Pitaya I think it's called. I'm not even sure if that's the I think that's the place. They wrote the same thing on the roads, you know, like SOS Puerto Rico, like saying that they really need help. The roads are open. There's stores close by. You know, I don't even know why they do that. And I don't want to say that it's people trying to get, you know, to opportunists, you know, try to get sorry, I have to check the time. Okay, they're, you know, trying to take advantage of the situation, and it's kind of bad, you know. It's shameful. Another thing is that President Trump came like 2 weeks ago. President Trump came. He said a couple of stuff that I'm not gonna delve into politics, because I never liked politics. There's fans of politics and politicians, and I'm just not gonna delve into that. But what Trump did, he came here. That's what I heard. He came here. He kind of talked to the governor of Puerto Rico and the mayor of San Juan. The mayor of San Juan and President Trump had like a little bit of a war. Because the mayor of San Juan, Carmen Yulín, she said that we were starving. I cannot say that they were starving because I wasn't in San Juan, and I cannot talk, you know, representing all Puerto Rico because I only live in Humacao. But she was saying that we were starving and stuff, and President Trump came with that idea in mind, and when he came here, he saw almost everybody fine, because San Juan it's not fine, but it's way better than Humacao. Like, way better. I mean, they have cell phone signal there, like perfect, nearly flawless. I heard that they had power going on, but I heard that the power wasn't very sustainable, so it would last for like one day, and then the other day it will shut down or something like that. But they have power. I haven't seen power in Humacao since the day of the hurricane. What else? Well, President Trump came. He kind of criticized. He was doing his tweets about the big debt that Puerto Rico has, and that Puerto Rico doesn't need that much of help, something like that. I'm kind of like paraphrasing. And he went to a helicopter. I think the governor took him to a place in Guaynabo, I think, and it was like, from what I heard, it's a place for people with money where they live. And President Trump saw that, and he thought like, they don't need our help. Instead of governor taking them to Punta Santiago, that's the most horrible place that I've seen. I haven't seen the center of the island, because I heard that in the mainland there's still roads that are blocked, but I'm not even sure. The thing is that Trump said that you don't need help because Hurricane Katrina did more deaths and you don't have any debts or something like that. I'm paraphrasing here. And he stayed for like 6 hours and he left, saying that he helped a lot, and I'm not even sure what he did. Only I saw a picture of him not passing, not giving, tossing a paper towel like he was playing basketball to a crowd of Puerto Ricans. It was kind of insulting, but I don't know what to say. Another thing, let me see. It was something about President Trump that I mentioned something. It kind of remind me of something else. The death of Katrina, the deaths. I'm not sure. It's just that it's so much that I didn't write it down. I didn't do anything. It's just that I haven't had any time. What else can I say about the situation in Puerto Rico? We're okay. We're pretty okay. From where I live, we are pretty okay. I want to say that we're getting used to of not having power, but I'm not getting used to it. Days are shorter. I get up at 6:30 a.m. Wow, there's a big iguana here. Anyways, I get up like 6:30 in the morning, and I start doing stuff from 6:30 in the morning until 6 p.m. and I have to work from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then already at 6 it's starting to get dark. Once it gets dark, I cannot do anything. I have to stay home. Not because of the martial law, it's just that there's no electricity, there's no light anywhere. So days are becoming shorter. I cannot do much as before. Places like pharmacies are closing down at 3. Supermarkets are closing down at 5 or 6 maybe. Gas stations, I think they're closing at 5. So it's kind of hard. It's not impossible, but it's hard to go by. I don't know where I'm gonna upload this video, because in Humacao we still don't have that much signal, and I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know where I'm gonna go back to San Juan. So I don't know where I'm gonna upload this video, but today is October 20th, and it's 1 month after Hurricane Maria. Hip hip hooray Maria, thanks. Also, something that I kind of noticed is that the Puerto Ricans, we never lose our sense of humor. We have some cookies that they are called Maria, and my uncle, for example, said like, cookies, Maria cookies? I don't think so. No thanks. I already have one Maria and destroy almost the whole island. Pretty funny, but it was like, ha, I don't have power. Some other guy in a pharmacy, he was saying like, I hate this guy. You know why? Because he's married to Maria. Doing Maria jokes now. Everybody's doing Maria jokes. It's just trying to stay positive from all this horrible stuff going on. I heard that also you have to check if you want to check information about the Virgin Islands and St. Martin Island and all those islands, because they got hit not 1, 2 hurricanes. I think Hurricane Irma was like category 5 when they got hit, direct hit, and then they got hit by Maria, which is a nightmare. I heard one story that some guy in a radio, he was saying they have to poop outside. They don't even have toilets. It's like insane. But I don't know in which island was. And another thing that I heard that it was weird just before I had to cut, because already 20 minutes in, I heard that there was a hurricane called, or storm called, Storm Ophelia. Woo! I have to go. Storm Ophelia. And the Storm Ophelia, or Hurricane Ophelia, was coming to Puerto Rico. Then it kind of like went north. It was weird. And I heard that UK never faced a hurricane. I'm not sure. But when they got hit with Hurricane Ophelia, it was like Category 3, and it devastated the UK. And right now it's in Ireland, is it? I'm not even sure. And they're seeing stuff that they never saw before, because I don't think the hurricanes ever touched there. If I'm wrong, correct me, please. And another thing is, we're going to receive a lot of sand from the Sahara Desert. You know, a lot of dust. And, oh yeah. The other day there was another incident. I think it was Sunday. It rained so hard that it flooded the street where I live. And the main street, I think the water was like 2 feet high. It was above my knees. It was crazy. And I went to one of the drainage to try to the water rose, then it came back down. Once it came back down, the sewage, I think it is, it got blocked with a lot of debris, so I had to take it all out with a neighbor or myself, and he was watching, flashing me with a flashlight because it was at night. And those hard rains lasted for like 3 or 4 days, and we got some nasty floods too. So it is bad enough to be in a power outage after a hurricane, struggling to find stuff, and then to have some floods. It was a nightmare. I couldn't even sleep. I was scared that I would have a bigger flood and it would flood my house. It was horrible. Well, anyways, I'm gonna stop this update right now because there was a lot to talk about. It's already 22 minutes, and I have to go to work. So I don't know when I'm gonna upload this. I don't know when I'm gonna do another update, because I thought that we were going to be better. Well, the electric company is working like super hard. I mean, they passed already through where my mom lives. They've been recollecting cables. Also, Claro has been working. Claro is a telephone company. They've been working hard. Also, fixing telephone lines and all that stuff. They've been fixing posts and placing old posts, placing them back if they still work, or placing new ones. So they've been working hard, and I don't know. I'll make another update for another occasion, because I don't know when I'm gonna upload this. So thank you so much for watching. I don't know what else to say. Take care. See you on the next one. And I don't know. See you on the next one. Oh my God, somebody saw me recording. Right.